audio during a Toontown event. This is Miko, and this is my first live stream because it's going to be sort of a tutorial, instructional, enlightening, how-to. We have this weekend double experience, which is a good reason for our cat. Say hello, cat. To do a Bullion Mint. Now, when I was in Toontown online, I had an awful time there because I did have a lot of friends, but we were never scheduled at the same time, and I had to rely on randoms shuffling at the elevator, and I hated that. And when I came to Toontown Rewritten, I learned that it was so much easier just to run by myself whenever I wanted to. If I had to, I'd have to change. And, if I had to change my, check cooking or go to the bathroom or answer a phone, I'd stop. It was no big deal. I could control that at my own pace. Also, the fact is, I do not use special software. I do the simple Alt-Tab to run two toons, and I usually have actually one toon on the left, one toon on the right, and that's how I do it. And usually a Bullion will take about 35 minutes tops. Sometimes it's 25. Bullions are not the same. There are a whole variety of them with different sequences of challenges and different values at the end. They're not a set thing. Anyway, this is Strange Magic. Just maxed the Cellbot VP last week. And this is Stephen the Bear. Don't judge. Originally his name was Stephen Cold Bear, being a polar bear. Somebody reported it as a bad name. I couldn't even get the Cold Bear, and wouldn't you know, just recently I saw a polar bear by the name of the Cold Bear. Now the reason why we stopped here is because this is a timed room. This is a room that usually confounds a lot of people. Back in Toontown Online, people often used glitches, very tricky things, to get through them and pop themselves up to the end. What Toontown does now, Toontown Rewritten does, is after a certain time you'll lose laugh on your character. Remember, right now, Strange Magic is 112. That's what laugh is. It's your life points. And you will lose, I think, 20, and a part of it will open up and you can continue. But back in those days, I learned how to do this room with a big toon and I together, and they showed me exactly how to do it. And what happened was they didn't have a timer. They didn't have a 20 laugh limit. You can snooze for a while. It's hibernation season for the bear. Anyway, I learned it took like 15 minutes the first time to learn how to do the obstacles. But now it's easy. First of all, first rule of thumb is do it from a distant point of view on your camera. So that's what I've done. Now, I do it with two toons, so you can see that I'm going to do one after the other. Ready, set, go. And now if you double click up with your up arrow, you go a little faster in those straightaways. So you go like this, you go like this. Get ready. And don't run, jump, run, jump. You stop each time. You do this, and then the moment it opens, go and do a jump. Do your jump. Now, the big mistake is trying to jump to the next gray one. Jump on the money. You got to jump on the money. And then you're on. And you'll get your gags later. If you're doing one toon like me, you're going to want to do this. You want to do the whole thing And then when everybody's set, you can just step back. Now I'm using a smaller window for this because I'm streaming with one big one for resolution and a little bit higher quality, so he's in a little window. And we can still do it. Don't be afraid to jump the distance you have to do. And now once his light is on top, you can go back and take a look. Since this is new, we haven't done anything yet. We have all our gags. Make note that Tune Up, Cloud, and Cake are available. If we can go back, it'll be worth it. He's going to go on ahead, and I usually put like a secondary tune goes ahead and the other tune tags the cogs. It's sort of an organizational thing. There is in fact one set ahead of us, not far, so it'll be worth our while to come back and restock. So we're going to use our clouds and cake as needed. Now these two, neither of them have organic cake. And Strange Magic, since he maxed Sellbot, no longer has his organic lure, so the bear can do that. But you know, we're going to use on the 10 a birthday cake. We don't have Christmas cake anymore. This is actually New Year's weekend. They had all sorts of holiday gags for us, and they're all gone. They're all normal. That's why we have double value. It's sort of I guess a holiday gift for us. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to just really go for it here and use up those gags. One of the things I did not like and that I was very unhappy with when I used to go with randoms, everybody uses sound as much as they can, and then when they run out of sound, they miraculously forget how to use the rest of their gag tracks. Well, when you're running with two tunes, you've got your limitations, and in many cases, you're going to have to take hits. So you learn to get used to taking hits from cogs. And whenever you do sound with two tunes, you're going to have to take hits, because there is no way two foghorns is going to take out anything more than a 9 in any life, unless both of the tunes have organic sound, and I don't think they do. So now we're going to go back and priority on the cake, I think, and then whatever's left will so we're going to go, he's going first, the bear. That should probably do a Strange Magic since you've got that screen. But here, but it's a short trip. I also made that as a rule for myself. If it's too far back, it's not worth the trouble. So if we had to go somewhere further than where we went, I would not come back. See, this place all opens up when you run out of time if you can't do it. So you still can continue. You don't have to take the 15 minutes I took back in the day when I trained. It doesn't hurt to learn it, though. At least you have an out. Let's see what we have. Everybody's pretty much loaded up on that, so we can forget about the the cloud. They don't give you a limit. I think it's like 5 or 6 gags in the barrel, so they really do glut you. So let's do this. Okay, we've got some goons here. There are 2 places here. If you get singed by one of these guys' security beams, there's a place here, the barrel here with ice cream, and there's a barrel right here with ice cream. So in many cases you can kind of top up. Ooh. Now the bear has organic trap, so I think he should do the honors Well, you know what? To be honest, you don't have to have organic trap anymore. Any organic train to take out 12s. That both versions can take out 12s. As a review to people what organic means, it's a term that started in Toontown Online. When you plant your trees of a particular gag track, it beeps them up 10%. And in that case, there are two gag tracks that are very favorable when it comes to this. One is throw gags, cakes and pies. The other one is trap. Everybody has their own choice. Some people prefer doing sound. Some people prefer using cloud. Okay, the bear actually has throw, so I'm going to give him level 7 throw to give for us here. And anyway, I know people who use who do organic squirt. There are certain things. I mean, for instance, alert 10 can be taken out with an organic cloud. They like that. I just think that for trappers, it's favorable to give them something like trap, because you can take out a lot more. You could take out level 8s instead of level 7s. We like that. And you could take out a level 12 with your TNT instead of level 11. And it seems the only ones that can take out level 12 on their own seems to be the organic TNT. Of course, before he maxed, Strange Magic had organic lure. There's no numeric value to lure, except that it did increase by 10% the chance of it succeeding. Now, there are 3 basic places I will use sound. We get 2 rooms in a Bullion Mint, and 2 of them start with cogs that are all 10s. That's the best place to me. What happens here is a single trunk will take them out. So whoever gets hit the hardest gets a tune-up, and the one that's getting the tune-up is going to use a trunk. I think we can see right now who is going to get their tune-up. Well, you know what? They both got about 69, right? No, no. Okay, it looks like Strange Magic is going to tune up the bear, and the bear is going to do the honors. Not bad. Now, Strange Magic, as you can see, has not maxed their tune-up yet. When you're in a Bullion Mint, everything's 6 times. So that one juggling act earned Strange Magic 36 points. That's not bad. Okay. Now, in this case, what I would do is one of them should use their TNT, and the other one should lure. And we're going to be skimpy and use a blue magnet on that. This way the remaining are 10s, so the bear can tune up Strange Magic, and Strange Magic can throw a birthday cake, and then they can pie the other 2. The only other places, unless they're, all 10s, that I use sound is usually that room that has 2. It's like a diamond shaped room. It's actually based on the layout of the factory pipe room that has the middle cogs on either side. There are 4 sets of cogs. The ones in the middle have one level 11 and the rest are 10s. I just like this. Those two I also use sound. So these conserve, use pies because we don't know what's coming next. We don't know what the other room is. The other room may have those two sets, or that may be another room that has a set of 10s to start, which means we'll have a spare set of fogs. And if that shocks you, well, you know what? It works for me. It goes fast. I know what to expect. And the least you get hit, the better time you make. And that's what we're trying to do here. Okay, so we get the bear over there nearby. And Strange Magick will do the tagging. So in this case, we'll have him do the TNT. Now, when I do runs like these, I tend to try to put a dropper with a trapper. It increases the chances of the lure succeeding because that also takes time off. Every time, not only you run on a tune-up because you're trying to heal each other, but you're also wasting time because the cogs are taking time to attack you, and it's not a good situation. It wastes skags. So if you could put a trapper and a dropper together when you have a dropper doing a run, that's ideal. Okay. And in the case of Stephen the Bear, he finished his task force tasks. He has no need to conserve level 7 gags because when we go into the field offices, that we tend to hold them there. But he doesn't have to do that at all. So even in addition to the trains that he usually runs. Ooh, I think we'll do this. Now, come to think of it, I may have neglected to pick his second. He gets 2 trains. When you finish the Cellbot Task Force, you're entitled to more than one level 7 gag, and I asked for a second. Oh, the diamond room is coming up, so we will be using all our fogs. We tend to do that. Okay, so this is the second room. Sure. Now, what we tend to do in the middle, and like I said, it's because there are 3 10s and 1 11 in the middle ones. So you get hit a lot less, and in the end, if you need one to tune up, the other can take out the remaining ones with a trunk, and that's great. So you'll see what I mean. I'm going to take this. We're trying to break it down, evenly distribute, so we got an extra cloud there on Strange Magick. And this isn't taking very long. As you see, I'm doing it alone, solo. I'm just Alt-Tab changing windows. I don't know if it's Command-Tab for Macintosh, if you can do that. It looks like Strange Magick also, because we have, do we have double gags too? I know we have double bucks in here. You know, everybody's getting their promotions. But Strange Magick is grayed out, which means they must have, oh, they're both grayed out. That means whatever, we've done a lot of points, extra points, and it's capped off. Any throw gags we do anymore are not going to earn us points, but that's not why we're here, is it? We're here for the bucks. Strange Magic is actually onto his very, very first 8,900 bucks, which will give him teleport access to Cashbot headquarters. So this is where we're going to do this. Now what's going to happen is one of them's going to trap door and the other's going to lure. We're going to take the 11 out, then we'll tune each other. And, you know, it depends. If one is getting hit the whole time, then obviously one doesn't have to worry. It looks like we're being evenly flummoxed here. Missed. Okay, so who needs more? The bear needs actually 400. Oh no, Strange Magic needs 400. The bear is 449. They're about the same, really. So I'm gonna just give that, and he's gonna do the lure again. And I should probably give Strange Magic more lure to do. Luring. Okay. And Bear being silly because we're toons. So let's see now. Could probably use a tap dance. But since Strange Magic needs some tuna points, we're going to give him the fairy dust. I think it's kind of funny that we have a straw hat and a cane while we're wearing a hat. Yes, that's a hat. Okay, so if that were the case where only one was getting tuned up, obviously the other one could take them out with a trunk, but they're both doing it. They both need sound points, so why not party? Now we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. It's fairly easy. We fog, then one traps the 11 and the other one tunes up. I mean, lures, and then they tune each other up, and then they sound and go on their way. Now, in those cases where both are completely maxed in their sound, 0 to go, they may choose to do that. They may choose to use an opera and a sound gag and minimize the attack. Ooh, that's a lot of bites. And if that was an 11, that'd be 24, right? Well, he got it all. So that's a perfect example of what we can do. So the bear is going to trapdoor, and Strange Magic is going to lure. And when we see the trapdoor with the latch away from us and the hinges towards us, that's a success. And here we go. Okay, so looking at this, the bear is probably going to juggle to give, well, not really. No, not really. I think using fairy dust on Strange Magic, the bear is going to give him everything back, and he just needs a trunk. And they're all lured, so it won't miss. There you go. Everything. There you go. The loan sharks are gone. Then the next group, somebody will donate up a TNT. There might be another set of 11s. If, you know, Skelecog 11s, there might be, or there might not be. But after that would be the end. Okay, so let's do that. Put that on an 11. You know what? I put it on him. Why do I put it on him? On the robber baron and not on the loan shark. The loan shark does hit harder, but the loan shark only hits one toon. If there's a reason that the loan shark is remaining and attacks, he will not attack both of us at once. But the robber baron is capable of doing that and making both of us trip and fall or something. So sometimes the decision one makes about what to do to take care of things relies on whether or not a cog attacks one or everyone. That can be a priority. And we do have some cake left, not some pies left, not much. So we'll take that. That's the last of them. Oh, see, don't you wish you had restored gags now? I know I do, because I would have liked to use that if we had an 11 to deal with. Now, this was sort of a practice among some people back in Toontown Online, is when there was a set of 11s, someone might politely offer up a level 7 gag to take them out. Looks like we've got some obstacles coming up. There's the dip, as you remember from Roger Rabbit. There's a room of dip coming up that we can jump over. Very similar to the paint room in the factory, but these things are all level. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to do it in pieces. Usually I do one toon doing the whole thing. See, it's pretty easy. It's calm. Just wait till it's right there and then jump. And then wait till you're right there and jump. And this one is very important not to miss, because below you've got two goons and it's very difficult to get back up with the timing of a piston that lifts you. So I'm having the bear go ahead, focusing one toon at a time. Oh, it's the end actually. Oops. And look how fast it was to do this with just two toons, no special dual software, just switching windows. So the bear is going to offer up a train. And there they go. Goodbye. This stream is just turning 29 minutes. How can you beat that? I mean, that's a Bullion Mint in less than half an hour, using two of your own toons, taking hits in specific places, using sound in specific places. You come out ahead. Not bad. We've got a double bonus, and look at the... Yep, we definitely had 500 points in our throw. So it's not just double points in our promotions. This weekend they're giving us also double value, like 12 times each gag, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go over here, and the bear is going to vamoose because he's got the teleport access. And thank you for joining me on a how-to of using 2 toons in the mint. Happy tuning!